she's the best player. Once upon a time, she was the best player for the USA women's team.
Right.
And she's one of the letters, LGBTQ, you know? And her wife or girlfriend plays for the WNBA.
Okay.
No. WNBA. You want to be equal? Let's okay. If you want to be equal, then let's have NBA. What's WNBA? LeBron James can play in the WNBA, right? Brittany Griner can play in the NBA. Let's have just one NBA. It never happened. Let's keep it real. Now I know YouTube might shut us down, but I'm being passionate right now because LeBron James, all this, Steph Curry, they can play in the WNBA. Okay. And the WNBA superstars can play in the NBA. All of this W says women and then NBA.
Right.
So make up your mind. You wanna be equal?
They want equal pay, right?
If you wanna be equal, then don't put W. Let's play it.
Gotcha. Speaking on the WNBA, what do you think about? I love this. Liz Cabbage fucked around and found out in Nigeria. Did you see that? What do you think of that, man?
Hey, you talk.
Well, she's a known fouler, right? She's known for playing dirty, right?
Yes.
And she hacks. That's a bottom. Well, she's a hacker, so she hacks money in the is a Nigerian league she's playing in.
Yes.
Over in Africa, and they girl ran across the court.
Yes.
And gave her what she was looking for.
Yes.
What do you think about that? You think that's all fair game?
No, but I didn't talk about it because I've been talking what.
Well, you see, sports is your thing. But I'm speaking when I'm glad she got that, man, because she's a notorious hacker, and people get tired of it. You want equal rights, you get equally punched. That's how I felt about it. But it wasn't good for the game.
That's what I'm at.
Yeah. It wasn't good for the game. It was very disruptive, and it lacked professionalism, but emotion spilled out. That's the only thing I had to say about that.
Let's go to the topic.
Oh, talking about.
We'll get about the sports.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a bit controversial. I'm glad Bond and Black Mamba here because I had an interesting interaction with some rich white kids that I picked up out in McLean, Virginia, and I wish T was here so I could speak about that, man. And it's just
Black Mamba lives in McLean.
Boy, I picked him up from a mansion out there. It was pretty close to the CIA.
That's where I live. That's where I live. Right next to Langley, Virginia.
Money making mama.
That's my neighborhood.
But
right
the reason I'm saying that whole conversation. Remember 2 weeks ago, last week, how T was so hard. He was so hard on the black.
Yes.
The black condition that we weren't being treated fairly. It was just amazing to hear a conversation about a whole different side of America. They were talking about something totally different. And what was really interesting in the car to me is how much they took Ritalin. They openly talked and discussed about getting blackout drunk and taking Ritalin to function the next day.
I'd be interested to hear a little bit about the perspective, so I can have.
So
my
perspective is just going a little deeper. We can continue. It goes on to my point that I was making to T last week, that we can continue to complain and whine the way we've been doing it for years, or we can make an adjustment and realize that the world is changing And those people that I had in my car, they were young white guys, like in college age, home from college, that nobody wants to hear it sometimes.
True.
That's not even on their frequency.
I
That
agree.
whole conversation, I was just a driver to them.
I agree to that.
Yeah, so my point was that that type of atmosphere exists where people don't care what you're complaining about. They don't even register in their database. So what does that mean? That means we need to adjust as a community. That's what I was harkening back to.
So this is Black Mamba again. I personally subscribe to that.
Subscribe to what?
I subscribe to the notion that times change,
Yes.
history gets in the rear view, rear view,
Right.
and people tend to say, "Let's move on with life."
Right.
Okay.
Project. You're not speaking.
And as people, as history go way back in the rear view mirror,
Right.
the more you complain about what happened in the past,
Right.
Yes, sir.
the more people say, "You know what? We are in 2023.
Right.
Yes.
What are you doing about it?"
Exactly. That
Thank
was
you.
my whole.
Solution oriented.
Yes.
So,
I like that.
That's right.
I am an immigrant myself, and I realized that when I came to this country, there are other factors that are against me.
Right.
There are disadvantages against me,
Right.
and in my perspective, I'm not speaking for everybody else. In my perspective, somebody said that the first step of solving a problem is knowing what the problem is.
Right.
If I know that I'm disadvantaged, that is the first step of me knowing what I have to do to get myself in position
Right.
of advantage.
Right.
Get to know your obstacles. Get to know your obstacles. Once you know your obstacles, which is your problems, you can go through it, you can go over it, or you can go around it. If you go through it, it's a goddamn hard job to do. You can go over it. It might be hard, but it might be slightly easier than going through it. You might go around it.
Great point.
It might be a long route,
Right.
but you're
I
gonna
can speak to
go
that.
where you're gonna go to.
Yeah.
Great point.
Get to know your obstacles, get to know your problems, then solve your problems.
Absolutely.
Don't whine about your problems because they're not gonna change.
Right.
Yes. Great point.
That is what I gotta say about it.
I like that point.
Me too. I agree with
That's
that.
a very good
Totally.
point.
Totally.
Now, I want to share with you a point.
Okay.
There was this Ghanaian guy, James Eamon Kweji Agri. He made a point. He said, by the way, this was back in the day, before independence,
Right.
when the motherland, the what Africa, the motherland, the motherland.
Yep.
James Eamon Kweji Agri. He said he used to own a poultry farm. He had chickens. The chickens running around. So one time the chickens went and they came back, and one chicken looked different. That chicken looked different. But he's like, you know what? That's fine. He fed the chicken, right? Apparently, that different chicken was an eagle. So now, the chicken became
The
all
eagle.
full grown and everything, right? And that's an eagle. So it looks different from the other
Right.
chickens. So his neighbor came one day to drink,
Yeah.
you know how we do, have a drink. And the neighbor like, hey, I thought a chicken. And the neighbor said, no, the neighbor said, I thought a chicken. No, you told the neighbor, you told the neighbor, I thought a chicken. And the neighbor was like, no, I thought a chicken. I was an eagle. And James is like, no. From that eagle came here as a baby, as an infant. He ate chicken food. We fed him chicken, the same shit that all the chicken was eating. And we made sure it's safe. And he ate the same food the chicken fed, right? So he ate the chicken. And the neighbor said, listen, my brother, you can feed that eagle all the chicken you want. As a youngster, it's grown-ups. But once an eagle, always an eagle. Right?
Go Eagles.
So the point was the point was we come to Africa, the Europe